Can we please not just get the 400 2000? Can we spend a little more money?
Didn't we? Well, it's up to Mildred. It's her money.
Well, okay. Here's another 500.
Oh, right.
Okay.
You get the basic computer. It allows you to do basic stuff. Cut to, you've bought the computer, you're back in your place. Give me a computer usage roll to do the initial setup and shit like that and make it all. It's fucking broken already. You probably
I didn't fumble.
Oh. It just doesn't work. You don't know what's wrong with it. Maybe if you downloaded a bunch of porn into it, it would start to function again. That's how they normally get them to work.
Did you try and turn it on and off again?
I tried turning it on and off again.
Sure, give me a new roll. You listen to the guy who regards them all as demon boxes.
Demon boxes.
And it seems to work. Now, with the exception of the explosions, ignore any of that. This is what the arcology roughly looks like, and I don't know why it's on water in this thing. Part of it's on water, part of it's on land, because part of San Angeles has actually been flooded and is underwater from the old days, like a few years ago. But the arcology is still under construction. It'll be a multi-domed city of different sized domes and shit. And according to their online presence, a lot of it's all about fuck the poor people, because normally what happens is the rich people, they all want to like live in the rich area and shit and be insulated from the poor people, but no rich guy wants to scrub toilets. So they end up bringing in poor people workers, and then the poor people, because they don't have money for nice things, they fuck and they make other poor people, and the rich people don't like this. So what they've decided to do is it's all the staffing is by robots and replicants, like that look human and shit.
So by fuck the poor people, you don't mean actually fuck the poor people.
No, they want to. They're Republicans. There you go.
Okay.
So anyway, I'll move back to the card thing for you guys now.
Sure. So we just need to find Robot Jesus and create an uprising.
Ooh.
We're doing,
no, wait, we're not supposed to break things here. We're supposed to
Sure. What's the website? I'll look and figure out a couple of cards.
It's Walkstar.
Walkstar.
One word. STA.
It is Walkstar/UK.
Right, so not to necessarily sidetrack us, but I'm going to sidetrack us.
Okay.
If this is about the booze, I'm going to be upset.
No. But that too. What I want to do is I want to have a word with this Porter Winter. I want to just find out, kind of retrace our old footsteps as of last time. Just find out who he was and what his interest is. He lives at the arcology. We can't get into the arcology, but I'm guessing if we go there and we say we want to speak to Mr. Winter,
yeah,
he might come out.
When we go to him last time, we went there, and first we tried to get inside the city, and they said no, and then we said we want to see him, and they called him. They called him, and yeah.
Oh, great! Right, let's do that.
So he knows we're looking for him now.
Well, no. I think he's already met some of us. It's just all of us. And
yeah.
Some of us that he has met. Yeah, let's just go there.
Let's go.
Okay.
Cut to you guys. Go to.
Whoa! No cutting.
Whoa.
Because the second we go to that door, they're going to look at us, see one step above hobo, at a place where it is literally fuck the poor people. They're not going to give us the time of day.
Well, depends on what we want. If we just want to see the Porter Winter, it worked for us last time.
If you walk up to the White House, ring the door and say, I want to talk to Donald Trump, are they going to let you in?
Yeah.
It worked last time.
That's what I did last time.
And what information did you get from him last time?
We don't know.
Money.
So you bring new
We
friends
talked
in.
to him and we could ask him things. So, let's do it again.
Yeah, I can order
Okay.
directly through the website now.
Ooh. I'm trying to find the menu thing because
Oh, no, I
I'm finding
can't.
partial
You
menus.
have to go through fucking Google.
He seemed to be interested in people who travel in between worlds. So if they, if he asks, "What do you want?" you may mention something about that.
So you're saying we should walk up, say, "Hi, we're travelers, and we're also
No!
the keymaster."
No.
Are you the gatekeeper?
Yeah, something like that. Like I asked him last time if he thinks that death answers all, and he said, "Oh, from a philosophical standpoint, it's blah 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 blah." Like it didn't meant anything.
Okay.
Bastard.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I know we did this before I left last time, we went back to that warehouse and we found the drugs that somebody shot up his nose. But that was all we really found.
Mm.
And
my-
you guys had gone and found what they were trading the drugs for.
That was the chip, I think.
Yeah. And when we went there, it was like status closed was echoing in our head.
Mm.
And from what you guys have told me, the way to open it is with neither a solid, liquid, or gas.
Mm-hmm.
Which could lead to it being an... Don't assume I'm talking about killing anybody right now, Matt, okay? I'm just talking through this.
Okay.
Oh, what if we need
It
to
could
kill
be a
someone?
spiritual... No, we're not killing anybody right now. We're off the psycho crack.
No. What if death answers all means human sacrifice?
But we don't need to do that yet.
Oh my God.
You remember what I normally get, Matt?
Rule of Britannia, refill my hand, but I can trade off cards first.
Mm.
I've got a reroll, nobody is useless, and a negate, and a skill 5. Does anyone want shit? Sorry, I'll put the cards that I'm getting rid of below the cards thing there, and people can grab anything they want, or it can just go to the trash. And I'll take a new hand. Oh shit. I've gotten rid of my entire hand and it negated itself. How do I get a new hand?
There, incoming.
Okay. Boink. But if it's a spiritual or some type of...
The person also said that it has nothing to do with like you using your will.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's important. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not magic.
Mm. Probably.
Okay. No, that's quite useful because it is.
Yeah.
What are we going up to?
No, we won't be doing that. We are not sacrificing people on a conga line to set up a... No.
But
Nor are we setting up the blood dome there. It's already set up.
I was going to say, if death answers all, then we would have had all the answers by now with the blood.
It's true.
Yeah. All right. What we'll need to. Okay.
For you guys,
First
don't forget
priority-
you can take the good cards that he gave up and replace them with your shitty cards.
I have good cards.
You want food? Yeah.
I just wanted to remind you while you're ordering. He's shaking his fist at me.
We can see that. So our sort of two main priorities are finding more information about the gate transportation and finding the pods so that we can save the people before they're dead.
And the chip.
Yes, I'm
It's
sorry. I kind of
connected.
had that rolled in with the
Yeah.
gate and moving on, but thank you. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, we could go try to talk to
Porter Winter.
Yeah, let's do that. I just want to go and speak to him. I want
Is
to,
there ice cream?
Yeah.
You hear that followed by gunshots and the stuff suddenly, the music suddenly ending.
Give me back my ice cream sandwich, bitch.
Ice cream sandwich is now code for drugs. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, imagine how a vehicle like that would do in a world like this.
All right.
So let's
So
go.
last session, you guys were mostly focused towards the chip and the gate, correct?
Yeah.
Did we want to try to focus on where the pods had gone this one, or do you guys want to keep working on the gate?
I think it's all weirdly connected somehow. I don't know.
It's just I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure out. Yeah,
Where to
because you guys
start.
already did the where would I put 5,000 pods, and apparently there's space fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
I think Mildred's absolutely right on that. I think it's all kind of connected. I think if we can work out the chip and kind of get that all sorted out, then it will probably lead to at least some information.
Yeah, I would like to. Yeah, I would like to do the chip because we tried last time so hard, and I was so frustrated that we didn't find out what it is. So I want to figure it out.
Okay.
It would definitely make you feel better if you
Yeah.
did solve that, Yana.
That's another thing.
Oh.
I want to feel better.
How's your sanity doing?
Not great.
Well, she's getting blackout drunk, watching porn, and in her spare time killing and torturing people.
What can you do?
I've actually got 4 pretty good cards. So.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, I put the cards there to make sure that people knew they were going on.
I'll put them in the discard then.
All right. Do we want? Let's go talk to Porter Winter. Everybody's good with that?
Yeah.
Cut to the arcology. You guys are standing there talking to a very nice guard who, while you're inside of what they call the kill zone, in order to get into this, first the gate opens, and then you guys go in, and then it closes, and there's all kinds of guns and shit pointed at you. You haven't gotten to the next kill zone that has like the decontamination baths and shit like that you had to go through before, Yana. But the guard is explaining that even if Mr. Winter wanted to see you, he can't because he's not here. He's expected back in 2 to 3 weeks. But he'd be, if you want to leave your names and the contact number, he'd be happy to pass it on.
I politely leave my name and contact number.
All right.
And then I turn around and don't make a scene.
Okay, I'm waiting for the other 2 to get you killed.
I'm very politely leaving and doing that.
Waiting till all 3 of you move toward the thing. Because Logan's expecting Alex to pull out a gun and go, ah, and fired into the air, and then you guys get
Gun.
mowed down.
A
Oh,
gun.
I'm sorry, a sword. My bad.
I do that now.
And we leave without getting killed.
I also.
Right, assuming nobody wants to make a scene.
No.
Okay. You guys are back at your shitty place with your giant barrel of pig grease.
Who?
Alex, when you beat up the old woman, did she say anything about this? Like, have they ever told you why they were obsessed with it? Or did you pretty much just kick the shit out of the old woman and take her shit?
It shows like the old woman, Alex is holding her arms and the doc's beating her, and she's like, "Have you ever seen such cruelty?"
Okay, the way we pieced it together in a logical fashion is, so they're at a trade-off with a rival gang, right? One's got a load of drugs, the other one's got this chip. The group that had the chip, who might have known what it was, or might have known where they got it from, they're all dead. Yeah, we turned up, big fucking gunfire, big shootout. The few of the other side that remained grabbed everything, right? They're like, fuck this, we're not leaving empty-handed. Everyone's dead. Let's grab everything left, the chip and all the drugs, and they fucked off with it. So they have the chip, but they have no idea what it does. No one knows what it does. Even the government types trying to hunt this down, they have no idea what it is. So it's either like futuristic shit, or it's like super like high-tech shit.
Okay, so we're sure that the foreign-sounding name that I can't remember off the top of my head, and I don't want to go through 3 pages of notes looking. The Quan or whatever the fuck it was.
What?
Logan, stop making that face. Fine, I will go through the goddamn notes.
And you haven't even gotten to see the chip because nobody will let you take it out of the fucking bag.
Is the chip in the bag when I touch it, or is it an empty bag?
You're gonna who's got the chip in the bag?
I do.
Right, you're gonna have to go and feel up his pocket, which could give him the totally wrong idea. But
Can you give me the bag with the chip, please?
Here you go.
Yes, you feel it, and the connector are inside of the bag, as well as other stuff, whatever is in there. Yeah, you're not sure what it is. Whatever it is thin and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll just take that back.
I was thinking if I should keep it.
He yoinks it, and now he has it. Yeah.
All right. So
it's probably for the best.
So he's gone now for 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
And in just 3 days, well, 2.5 days, blood dome. Rawr.
And I still need a tiger. Or what did we do with the kangaroo?
What did you do with it?
Did it die during the escapades, or is it?
And the sex party afterward, yes.
What?
Well, all the hobos had their turn with it, and it didn't survive.
Oh my god. So wrong.
Yeah, especially, since you wanted to fight some more later in another blood dome. But,
I went freak.
That's tertiary. We don't need to worry about Blood Dome right now. We need to focus on getting through the making people feel better about themselves.
Yeah, he was trying to talk about people feeling better about themselves, and so I looked at you. Yes, that's why I looked at you, because he said that. And I was like,
okay.
I'm feeling not bad.
Now, theoretically, we could try talking to the crazy old woman to find out. We could try to find out, like, why were you trading for this? usually people don't just trade because it's something
So
cool, shiny.
No.
They trade because it's either worth a lot of money and they know why it's worth a lot of money because they know what it does, or they're acting as middlemen for a trade to a bigger fish, and they'll know who that bigger fish is.
and
Now,
yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
when you say talk to her, you mean like kidnap her and torture her because she doesn't like us. She won't tell us anything.
Okay, there's her and 10 people. If we're going to talk to her, those 10 people are going to have to die. Will that satisfy your bloodlust for a little bit so that we can have a peaceful conversation with the woman?
I just don't see how to have peaceful conversation with her if we kill all of her people. And
I don't think we're going to get anything from her. I don't think it's worth it, to be honest, because, like I said, the thing is, if you're we looked into them. She's a low level gang member. She's nothing special. She's obviously there at the trade-off. Everyone gets killed. What are you going to do? You're going to just grab the loot and run. You're going to, the few left, you're going to grab what's there on offer and you're going to get out with it. So I really don't see what she's going to be able to bring to the table that she didn't already.
Did you guys manage to interrogate any of the evil fuckers that show up when you used the chip last time?
No. We run like hell. They're all like.
Okay.
There's like 10 guys on bikes with automatic weapons.
Okay, I'm just.
Yeah.
Put it this way, she handed us the chip. She just handed it. She was hiding in her kitchen cupboard. And Chris was just like, right, here you are. And she literally just handed the chip. She was like, I don't want to know, just take it. And then now she's found out how much it's worth. Now she's on her asses. So trust me, she did not know what the chip was at all when she first got it. She nabbed it off the table and did a runner. So I think that is a dead end. We do not need to worry about tracking her down. By the looks of it, she's probably going to track us down anyway. So
we can
did anybody get any research done on Polaris or Harlan Morgan, the CEO?
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I think you have more information than I have.
Oh, damn it. I was hoping you were going to... He owns sex parlors all along the strip of... It's like, what?
I don't care about his personal life.
No, I was only just joking. It was a Yana briefing.
Best ever briefing.
Basically, Paradigm, just to run through, me and Doc did a lot of research, and then when Yana joined in, we all did this. But Paradigm, obviously, go broke. They invent a load of immersive games where the people don't wake up. They get sued a shitload. They've got to make money to try and pay off the lawsuits. They sell the pods. Chrome Blaze, who's a small little company that even though the Paradigm is in that much shit, there's no way Chrome Blaze should have been able to afford buying them. That's who that Milton guy works for. But they're also a subsidiary or a offshoot company of New World Industries, which is basically a big corporate dickbag company who do loads of stuff.
And they own the Apley building. Sorry, no, the Apley building is where the sub office was.
The Apley is where the Chrome Blaze satellite office is basically.
Yeah, because NWI is out of India. Edward Chandler, son of, and it's a think tank. That much I remember.
It kind of trades back to that, but I kind of got the impression that, especially right now, that's not, major important information. There's only so much we can kind of trace back as a research, the ability to research that stuff. So I think we need to concentrate on the gatekeeper and the really obscure fucking reference to death.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna take like 3 minutes to make some breakfast, get the hamster wheel running in my brain, and
Sweet.
Yeah,
Hamsters for breakfast.
Hamster breakfast.
I'll be back in a few.
Yana, could you reduce your hand by 2, please?
Oh,
I'd like to
okay.
give you more cards when you're not paying attention so that
Yeah.
it messes with you. 'Cause that makes me happy.
Yeah.
Plus, you may have said some really clever shit at one point, and now
I
you have
doubt
no idea what it is.
Yeah.
No idea. I
Hold
love
on.
that.
Didn't you say something about the what were you saying about the correlation between the gate and the death thing?
Oh, that. What was it? That gatekeeper. I remember.
It's only 5 minutes ago. No.
That
Meth, not even once.
I think I was saying that about like ghost hack and death answers all, that death may be a person.
Yeah,
Right.
well, I think we tried. I remember Doc definitely looking down that route. Remember, he was trying to find whether or not there was another hacker called Death or something.
Yeah.
I think you said there was one, maybe once, but not
No,
anymore.
Mr. Death died.
Yeah, ironically.
Yeah.
That's the other thing as well. I'm not sure if death is the answer, if it's relating to something, kind of physical, like a physical gate, or
Yeah.
if the gatekeeper is.
Yeah, it might be many things. It might be that death answers everybody, or death answers every question, or like it can be many possible things.
Yeah, and is death referred to as in a physical, symbolical way, or
Yeah.
what's the symbolism? What's the symbology?
Oh, when you guys find out what it is, you're gonna be so irritated.
I think
Yeah.
it would be so kick you in the fucking nut.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah, that would not be a fucking surprise to me, I'm afraid.
Death.
Answers.
But I guarantee, even though you all three ignored it, all three of you have heard it.
Well, yeah, heard that? The same.
No, the clues.
I thought that was the clue.
You'll
So-
know what I'm talking about later. You'll be like, God damn it, nobody cared.
Yeah,
Nobody-
exactly.
Right.
So there is something we heard, but we didn't think is important.
Yeah, with the hours and hours and hours of gaming, we
Yeah.
pick up on this obscure piece of random blooping fucking shit.
It's been repeated many, many times, so
Yeah, but
don't
we
you
ignore
worry.
we ignore you.
I know. You've gotten really good at ignoring me. Sensational.
I ignore you so well that I forgot half of the things you say.
At least half.
I've trained myself, Yana, to a point where
Yeah.
Logan can sit and talk for like 2 hours, and I'll just pick up like 3 words.
Yeah. I think
Keywords.
that's the only way living with you. So
Exactly.
She's right.
This is answers all. Could it be? Could that be a password, maybe, or like
yeah,
a key or something, like a
like it's answer.
reference key?
Yeah, like death is answer to something.
Did anyone actually get around to I don't know if Doc did it, but does anyone want to just try and just type in death answers all into a search engine and see what comes up?
I Google it.
Yay.
It has. Let me find out here.
I mean, let me think of something quickly.
Are you googling death answers?
No, he probably just literally Googled it.
It's a lot of religious mumbo jumbo immediately comes up. Questions about life after death and shit like that. Is God responsible for death?
I have
And they
a
say no,
religion
even
skill.
though obviously he is.
Now, this is not going to work. I know this, but it's quite clever. So it might be worth a call. Get the phone that he gave you and type in the numbers relating to death
Oh.
answers all as a phone number and try and call it.
Good idea.
Do
Well,
what?
You know, like on a phone, A, B, C,
Oh, I
equals
see.
1.
Oh, yeah. No,
Some
that's.
people
I'll give
give
you
it-
a card
Some
for
people
that.
give
That's
it in,
that's a brilliant. Here's a card for that.
and it means fuck all.
And yeah, you get something like the Disney Channel subscription or something.
You know what that means? We're going to
The
Disneyland.
mouse.
No.
Ding, 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 ding.
We're going to go murder some people at Disneyland.
Right, okay.
It's the happiest place on earth.
Yeah.
Who's got 2 crap cards they can trade me?
I can give you a couple cards.
Doing all the
I got-
researching.
I'll give you an
Yeah.
evil weapons
Right back.
plus 20
Yeah,
and a skill plus 5.
cool. Here is a master researcher. Ooh,
Woo!
at the top, and a helpful librarian. God damn, that's awesome.
Okay, where'd you put them?
Oh, still in my hand. Hold on. 1 second. Where's the bloody Discord? All right, above the card pile. I will put them above the card where
Okay.
cards. Oh,
Mine now.
there you go. That should, when we get to the, yes, these are good things to research. Those things are going to come in very handy.
Why won't it go in my hand?
I can't answer that for you.
Logan, why won't it go in my hand?
Logan is not with us at the moment. Have you just right click?
Take card. Right.
Yeah, right click, take card. Yeah. Yay. Right.
Yes, it was very clever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I think it could be
It was more clever than Logan.
Do I need to
Yeah.
put one of these in the fridge? What are they? Oh, yeah, cool. Cheers. I was like, what do I have from there? I thought you were pointing to my cat. Like, no, do not put my cat in the fridge, please.
Why not?
Because she doesn't like it in there.
I like it during there.
She only likes it in there during the really hot days in winter. In summer. I'm not advocating putting cats in fridges, okay, please. No one put the cats in the fridge.
Listen to that man.
This is a political broadcast brought to you by
Cats in fridges.
Cat Guys. Yeah. Like, what are you doing to me? You have to speak, Rob, so we can see him on the big screen.
Incoming kitty.
Logan's gonna love that. He's gonna be like, edit, please.
Yeah, the cat loves it too. All right, I gotta go grab my breakfast.
Cool.
Now back to interdimensional cable 3, cats in fridges.
Right. So this is where we're gonna come up with something really clever and be like, Rob, use those cards. I done and got breakfast.
The cat will eat it.
Yeah. Right. Oh my god. Death answers.
All right, we're successfully doomed.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So we can't guarantee that guy. I've got this stupid. I'm just tempted to bloody break this. Fuck.
No, nor will we kill ourselves to try to answer that.
Oh.
This answer.
That is not the answers. Yes.
Write this down. Write this down.
The Porter Winter also said that there are usually minimal 3 gates in one place.
Oh, do
Three
we?
gates.
What?
What? What?
I love it how she brings up shit at random. Oh, by the way, I don't know what I forgot to mention.
Yeah, I just read it.
Uh, Yeah.
Did he say what type of gates or if there were tests, that sort of thing? Because you guys remember there were literally 3 gates in that previous town.
Yeah, he didn't say like anything about what gates they are, just the
Okay.
minimum 3 gates. So maybe, yeah. So
Okay, so there was the one in the warehouse.
We know just about the one here. So there may be some we didn't discover yet that might be helpful. But I just wanted to mention that because it might be important sometime.
So awesome.
Oh, by the way.
Yana can drop a bomb like that. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention I killed the guy that we went to see.
That's why he's missing, yes.
Yeah.
That's where I got the money. You're living on proceeds of crime. Well, that's not different.
Who does
More, actually.
Yeah.
Who does it?
So hold on, we're trying to find the gatekeeper, right?
Yeah.
We are the keymaster. We are trying to find the gatekeeper.
So like
Aside from stupid Ghostbusters references, when I Google that, do I get anything?
Ghostbusters!
Okay.
it would be logical if Porter Winter was gatekeeper because the gate is in his building, but he didn't seem to know anything about it.
Yeah.
So also,
Although
if we are the key masters because we hold the USB stick, which is the key, then surely whatever has the connector that this goes into is the gate. So could it be that the gate is something more like a computer or something? Or a terminal? Or I'm just saying, if this is more, demon boxy.
Yeah.
And what does the actual connector look like? Does it look like?
Hello, it looks like a mutant USB drive that somebody said, I want to make my USB drive a little different.
Yeah.
Or people were like, that's stupid. I'm doing it anyway.
Or maybe the key is more to do with the information on the drive that the key, rather than the physical. Then maybe the key is what's on the actual drive and that information that will unlock the gate.
If we are in some sort of like virtual worlds experience, I think it could be something like to do with that. Like if this all is virtual, on the disk there could be like a piece of code or something.
Yeah, please don't start getting into a fucking dream within a dream within a dream. I love when she starts doing that. We're all actually in one big simulation right now, and we're trying to work out how to get people out of a simulation within a simulation. Ah, no!
Yana's incepting the shit out of this.
It's true.
Stop incepting me, Yana.
You're not my inception supervisor.
How do you know that?
Pam! Okay.
So
we really have no ideas, do we?
no.
Well, it's just obviously.
This was the last episode. We sat there and tried to think and didn't think of anything. It's not that I forget things. It's nothing happened.
Logan, what if you were to classify 4 or 5 main areas of the area here? I know we've got the arcology. We've got the city we're in.
Well, kind of. If I was to classify it as areas, I would say that there is the below the pollution where you guys live in the downtown area, downtown below pollution, downtown above pollution, suburbs, arcology. That's how I would generally classify this area.
Hold on, what the hell is this giant Aztec altar?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
nugget.
We still could try to go to the how do you call it, oncology? I don't know what the
The
word-
arcology, arcology, like
arcology.
ours, but it's
Okay.
not ours.
We can still try to dress up as rich people and try to go there and see if we find some information. That's something we didn't do yet.
Yeah, you've only
Okay.
been there like 2-3 times dressed
But
as
we,
well, they'd buy
yeah.
that.
Well,
Yeah, no. It's an idea, but again, risk versus reward.
yeah, but yeah.
And also,
What's in the suburbs? Is there anything?
Mostly homes. Really, it's kind of like the suburbs of Prague, where it's really badly built, fucking mass produced, slapped together homes that everybody just fucking lives in, like rabbit warrens. But then hyped up another level because people were like, let's build shitty ramps from home to home and stuff as well, and stuff like that. So it's kind of, I'd describe it as a rabbit warren of humanity and poverty.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like, yes, this is where I live.
nice. Real nice.
Oh, yeah, I like them. They got fucking definitely a look.
Yeah.
What is what approximate cost if we wanted to go visit the headquarters in India?
Well, only rich people really fly anymore and so you're looking at a few grand each, and then once you get to India, the prices really get cheap.
Also, we don't know if India exists because it just might be like a simulation of this city.
Nice.
I'm giving her a fucking card for that. Yes, she has an excellent point there. You may literally die from flying into the side of the simulation that you live in, according to Yana.
There's obviously clues here that we still haven't figured out, so I don't know. Jetting off to India is the best to do.
I'm spitballing because the
I know,
previous
I know.
adventure, at least I had a map to go on.
Yeah.
I could say, let's go explore over here.
Yeah.
All I can,
That's it.
like, we've got the office that you guys, rightly so, don't get me wrong. The
By the way-
office that you guys don't want to go kick the door in and go check through all their paperwork. We've got the arcology, which we're kind of not banned, but banned from. We've got the warehouse, which we've kind of come into dead ends. We've got
Multiple groups of people looking for the chip,
yeah,
but
and I mean, if we could get 3 or 4 of those groups together and have them all shoot each other in the face, that would be fantastic. But
yeah, but
I don't think they're going to let us do that.
well, like last time, one thing we thought about was just putting the chip somewhere and letting them all come.
That's a stupid idea. I'm glad you
Yeah,
didn't do it.
exactly.
That doesn't sound
Yeah.
like the best idea in the world.
No,
That sounds like a Chris idea.
yeah, it was.
By the way, if you guys want me to read the original description of the city again, to
Yes.
the mood
Yeah.
stuff, let me know. I'm
Yes,
happy to do that.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do that. It gives me a
Time to
Yeah.
research your own shit. Got it.
And point of reference.
Okay, let's see. All the buildings rise up into the smog. The tops of buildings aren't visible. Near the ground level, most of the buildings appear to have very sturdy awnings, often concrete, though there are plenty of open air spaces between them. The uneven base of buildings, sieged by an army of rubble, surrounds buildings which have fallen down or into nearby buildings before succumbing to the inevitability of gravity. Poorer cloth-wrapped creatures crawl scavenging or living like parasites. Some of the crumbling buildings are propped up by anything from logs to bricks. The clouds obscure even more than a story or two up on the buildings as they rise like uneven mandibles. Gang tags and disturbing graffiti scream out their messages of ownership, alienation, and hopelessness. It's so bad there's even a suicide booth marked out of order. Something is
Suicide
crashing
booth.
down and splat a ways off. There's several crack marks and impact craters, some very large ones dotted around the streets, sidewalks, and some of the smaller buildings. Rubbish and waste are everywhere. People scurry around like cockroaches, reflective lenses of their goggles and inhumanity of their masks staring unwavering at the desolation around them. They skitter along the cracked sidewalks or dice with death crossing the streets, swarming with shiny beetle-like cars. There are not many, but a few bipedal, wheeled, or tracked robots making their way through the crowds as well. They look pretty beat up. Some sport strange bobbing antennae. Clear rain jackets trailing like transparent wings. Gray shapes lurk around the flaming garbage cans that belch filth into the grimy sky. Venomous shapes prowl within alleys thick with webs of cables. Junkies and victims scurry tiredly between the dull gray buildings lit by garish chrome signs in a variety of languages. Clusters of cameras like compound eyes are everywhere. Small flying drones dart around high overhead. Garishly colored individuals loiter suspiciously at doorways and near street corners. Rumbles of explosions in the distance, glimpses of cars flying by. Ground cars swarm the road, the driverless ones with masked figures clinging like mosquitoes to the exterior. Electronic devices chirp in quick, high-pitched alien tones. Acid drizzles from a static gray sky.
Logan, we go to the out of order suicide box.
Oh. Cut to, are you bringing anything special with you when you go to the out of order suicide box?
Gun and chip.
Tooled up?
I guess so.
Any other unusual or
Like
unique gear?
The fucking drive?
That's
like
coming
that
with
as an
me.
example. All right.
That's coming with me, yes.
I was just curious as to what's up. Cut to, for some reason, you guys have decided to end it all and you go to the suicide booth. Let's see. Approaching it, it seems to be a, quote, Futurama-style suicide booth, complete with an in-use sign above the door, currently unlit. Danger sense rolls from everybody, please. Wow.
Oh, yeah. That's a crit.
Crit? Yana? No?
No.
Everything's fine, Yana. You don't know why the other two are looking a bit tense. For your other two, death is close.
Well, it's a suicide box.
Well, yeah. There's a button marked, quote, open door on the front. The door and locking mechanism seem super sturdy. Super sturdy.
Who manufactured it?
You're not sure.
Any of the locks seem to have a connector to it that looks roughly like the device?
It's pretty much push this button and it should open the door. If it works, there is an out of order sign on it.
Push the button.
The door goes and opens smoothly. Now,
All right, let's all three of us get.
I got good news and bad news on this. The good news is 2 of you can get in. The bad news is the third person will need to make a contortions roll, but there is a way to get a plus to it, a big plus, like plus 20. That's if all 3 of you are somehow greased up.
Ah.
The look on Matt's face. The look on everybody's face.
It's just Friday night for me, really.
I just want to let you know.
It's just
Okay,
another
the
Friday
inside of the booth, could you please describe?
It looks as though it has it's got a slot for a quarter. And then it has like method of termination. It's, I believe there's 3, what?
Don't we get contortions?
Sex parties.
Well, that's it.
It looks like it starts at like painful and goes up to excruciatingly painful and stuff. But yeah, it looks like pretty much an empty foam box, but everybody can give me like a history roll from back when they used these things more.
Not me.
Yes.
No, for you it's weird future science, Alex. Yes. It's got something in it that gets rid of the bodies too. It like dissolves them down to atoms or something and lets it out as a foul-smelling fart type deal. But yeah, this will definitely kill anybody inside.
Even from the outside, I mean, obviously it's not a big box. It's like a telephone box, right?
Yeah.
So even from just standing at the door, look inside it. Is there anything that looks like the connector for the USB?
No, not at all. No, this looks like a normal suicide booth.
This is where we've got to get a bit of string with a coin on the end.
That would help. Couldn't be a bad idea. You get your quarterback.
Does it take quarters or does it take sticks?
Quarter.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. No,
I mean, quarter we could have got from the A&W.
That would be perfect, actually.
Right, back to the A&W. No, we're not.
It's all connected. I've made dirt gently. Woo!
That's pretty cool.
Okay. I suspect we are getting sidetracked. That you just put this in here as a little.
No.
I am not committing suicide here.
I'm not planning to do that. I mean, we could set it off. I'm thinking it's one of these leap of faith things. Like, you go in, he's modified it, it doesn't kill you, you put your money in, and the full floor opens up and you slide into a tunnel of network tunnels where you
are. I think it's...
He puts the out of order sign on the box so no one else tries it.
Yeah, I think so too.
So maybe we go in one at a time and activate it.
Okay,
I'm game. I'll be Patsy first.
Okay.
You're giving him a TPK. You're gonna kill the entire party.
One at a time, apparently.
I said I'm happy to go in first and to try the suicide box on faith.
The problem is that
No! This is a bad idea.
It's a great idea.
We already did this many times. Like, we went into the tornado and we went to the gate, and it's something similar to that.
You guys are starting to draw attention by loitering around the suicide booth. I wanted to let you know. If you wanted to talk about it, it might be good to go somewhere the fuck else as opposed to standing and arguing in front of a suicide booth.
Let's go somewhere the fuck else and discuss this.
Cut to, you are somewhere you're at a cafe. You've got a very private table. Alex has found something to spike his drink with, and I think Yana is joining him, and you might be the only one who's still sober. By the way, just to reiterate, two of you have a feeling that's super strong that to step in there is to die. Yana, you don't know what the fuck is wrong with them. They're
it's completely safe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but death answers all.
But death is not the answer.
It's going to be a fun one, you're thinking.
So what about?
Oh, how many times did I mention that fucking suicide booth, Yana? How many times did I allude?
Description.
Yeah, well, yeah. Everybody had fucking blanked out by then. That was one of my best moves ever. I'm so
fun though. It's when it comes down to like the fact it's the obvious reference to Futurama.
Right.
It's like, I'm just thought, oh, Logan's putting it in there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. I remember the booth because it was like
everybody's gonna remember it because it's like, ooh, that's a Futurama thing that Logan's just. I have the feeling we all go in there, we all drop a quarter, Logan just fucking kills us and sits there cackling for 5 minutes.
Well,
it'll be at least 5 minutes. At least. I may need a moment longer. We'll see.
Yeah. We need to. I don't know. I think
what we need is a Patsy.
Yes.
Not it.
No, I'm not talking about us.
We need to try it out.
Or a bottle or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only problem I see with that is if we send someone in with the chip and they, get disintegrated.
Oh, you know what? We need maybe
we'll put a tracking device on him and see if I want to see if the tracking device moves after he's activated the
or it just disintegrates.
Maybe if you go inside with the chip, it does something different than without the chip. Like maybe it's normal suicide booth if you go in without the chip, but the chip changes it somehow.
Not unless it's plugged in. I can't see that happening.
Mm.
I get anywhere to plug it in. Not that I
Yeah.
would
Yeah.
touch that filthy demon box.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God he won't touch it because it's got electricity. We don't need to worry about.
Does it run on electricity?
You didn't see any obvious electricity when you were in there. You have no idea what runs it. Probably demons is your guess. Everything's run by demons now.
Demons.
Not like in the old days when you get a couple slaves to fucking jog on the treadmill.
Yeah. So maybe we really need to try it out on somebody first.
Oh, the sand loss.
No!
So what do you want
This
to
is
do?
not going to make you feel better.
Okay, actually, hold on. Okay, I might be wrong here, but let's not just focus just on the suicide box itself. That could just be a stepping stone. I mean, what's around the suicide box?
Nothing of interest or value.
No buildings.
Oh, I'm sure there's other shit, but it's
but
just
nothing.
like you go, nope, it's the suicide box.
Yeah. I think
It'll
it's
kill me.
yeah.
See, that's you getting killed in the suicide box.
I think it has to be the suicide booth because it just makes perfect sense with the clue. Like, death answers all, so you go to the suicide booth and get the answers.
I suppose we can all just cram in the suicide booth,
Yeah.
put our quarter in, and, hope that he really is going to kill us all.
Also, we got the grease from somebody, and we didn't order it. So
Or
evidently,
did you?
no, we didn't. So
Or did you?
Shut up. Evidently, somebody wants us to go in there.
Okay, Logan, I need to go get an empty 55-gallon drum.
An empty 55-gallon drum.
Yes.
What?
We're going to oil ourselves up.
Apparently, somebody gets to live in the 55-gallon drum.
Oh, just
What?
fine.
There's someone in there.
A
he's gonna-
60-gallon drum.
You want a 60-gallon drum now. The 55-gallon drum is like 100. A 61 is 300 because they'd have to build it special for you.
Fine, we get a regular one.
Why?
55-gallon drum is yours for 100. Who's giving you the money for this?
Mildred?
Why do we need this?
So I can put a filter in between the two. We can get Hulk boy over there to lift up and pour out
No.
the grease, and we can see if there's anything inside that drum.
Oh, that's so nasty.
Okay,
That's a nasty.
here you go.
Okay, we buy a 55-gallon drum.
God.
Hold on.
And you're doing this in your home. Nice. Real
Well,
nice.
we could go to the warehouse.
Yeah, the guy said we can use the warehouse if we wanted it.
Hold on.
She brings up another little factoid out of fucking
What
nowhere.
was that?
You're gonna have to ask her. The expression on Robert's face is fucking memorable. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
I just remember because it was mentioned. So it's normal.
Okay, that's good to know.
Best briefing ever.
Yeah, I don't want to overwhelm you with information, so I'm like,
So quickly before she forgets.
Thank you for taking that into consideration.
yeah,
I appreciate that.
thank
And
you.
And spreading out the information dump over 2.5 hours.
And more, maybe.
What was the information, before you forget it quickly?
He gave us permission to use the warehouse.
Yeah.
Oh, bollocks.
Best information briefing ever.
So we can use the what? What does he mean use the warehouse as far as use the warehouse for the gate or actually use it to store shit?
I think he said that if we want something, do something there, that we can go there. That we won't get into trouble by being there.
Okay. Let's take the 55-gallon drum of grease there,
Okay.
How would
empty
you
it
do that?
into the other one, and just put a sieve in between to make sure that
Yeah.
there is nothing in between, nothing in that drum.
Before we
Because-
do this, everyone needs to keep in mind that we have multiple people out looking for us at the moment, and even just like a trip to the warehouse,
Yeah.
place we've been to before,
Mhm.
it's probably going to be like, surveyed
Mm.
as far as.
Okay, you want to do the filtering of the grease in our house?
Sure.
When he says that, as you're at the cafe, I need one representative to do a luck roll, please, to see if any of the 4 or 6 groups after you happens by.
I'm happy to do that as
All right.
quite lucky.
You're the
Go for
sexy beast.
Correct.
Yep.
I'll let you know. It shows them all like in a warehouse fucking facing off with each other.